Hey there folks, it's Admiral Revan speaking and it's good to see you. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're actually introducing a new hot topic, which is Convoy Mode. What is it exactly? And it's a new guide in World of Warships, so today is your lucky day to check this out. So my friends, we're going to be talking about more about this. Convoy Mode is basically a Tier VIII operation mode in this game. But as you can see, when you arrive in the game port, you actually find yourself a new design room. This is looking pretty cool. It actually is very nice for a stream room as well. As you can see, you got a NES desktop machine, a nice monitor. You also have a nice keyboard, and there's a mine there. There's like some containers. Also get some like dash in the background there. Headphones. There's a sail element over the speakers. Also keyboard. There's a whole heap of things. There's the blueprints of the ships there. Also, as you can see to the far left, just about now. Not yet. Yep, it's about now. There is a streamer mic, so with a captain's cap. So this reminds us like what it's like being a streamer doing this sort of thing. This is pretty fantastic. So, anyways, this is one of the good things about it. One thing I dislike about this is that you're unable to zoom out. So I'm hoping that Wargame will give us an opportunity to do that because, like, well, I love to view the whole room. But as you can see, this is a Tier VIII game mode for Convoy Mode. So Convoy Mode has got a convoy ship in the background there. But Convoy Mode is a separate game mode, so we'll be showing that how to access it. So click on the top in the menu, and you can see all your different game modes. Now, Convoy Mode technically should be merged with Operations. That's just my personal opinion, because the reason why it's simply that it's pretty much you're in operation against other players this time around. So Convoy Mode is pretty straightforward. In Operations, you have different game modes like Narai, Aegis, Defensive Newport, Killer Whale, and Rapid Rescue. These operations are comprised of Tier 6 and 7. The funny thing about this is basically that in each of these operations, you can do certain things. Like Operation Killer Whale, you attack with your teammates in the base and destroy any convoy ships and warships in the area. Also base. Defense of Newport, on the other hand, is basically you got your teammates defending your base against the enemy fleet. Whereas Raptor Rescue, on the other hand, is that you got your ships with your convoy ships with you to repair the Raptor Rescue. Once you get the Raptor been repaired, the carrier, you escort the carrier into one of those 3 points and you take it out to safety. Now, with that being said, Operation Narai is a Tier 7 operation where you escort some assault transports as well as your fleet to assault the base and destroy the incoming forces as well. Operation Aegis, on the other hand, is basically your teammates are attacking the convoy escorts. Now, when you just find the convoy escorts and destroy them, basically you have to escort those transport ships out of the area, which is pretty self-explanatory. With that being said, it's a bit of a two-part battle mode because that you'll have enemy ships coming in to pursue you and trying to stop you from escaping as well. So, Convoy Mode, or should I say Convoy Mode in general, it is basically players versus players. Okay, this time around, it is all about you guys having fun, having a good time in the battlefield right there and then, going head to head. It's pretty interesting, I have to admit. That's why I'm just thinking that the two of them modes, Operations and Convoy Mode, should be merged into one category. In Convoy Mode, you can play as either a cruiser, a battleship, a destroyer, or a carrier. Maybe one day you'll find yourself with subs in this mode. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wargaming. but honestly, anything is possible. So you have a composition of tech tree ships as well as premium vessels in this game mode that you can access, and it's actually fun. It's a good variety to choose from, so I'm looking forward to it. One of the biggest things, and I can tell you about it, is the containers, and it looks like it reminds me of a GoPro thing. Oh, look out! So that looks pretty awesome. Mind you, though, just by looking at this, collecting the containers and everything from the PTS, it is actually pretty cool. Hopefully, whenever the game goes live, it's going to actually be pretty good. So I think it's actually going to be very beneficial in the long run. The rewards are very nice. So let's just hope how it goes. So this is the assault convoy mode sprung into right in the action for you. So assault convoy mode is basically you've got one objective: seek and destroy the convoy ships. That is your main goal. So basically you and your team will have to find the convoy ships, seek and destroy them. So basically once you destroy the convoy ships, you win. That's how it works. The biggest thing about an assault mode for you in convoy mode is that you have to remember that you're working together as a team, and you will be pushing in hard against the enemy. The problem that I find, generally speaking, is that if your team does not communicate with each other and let each other know what's going on, it's not going to go well. So communication is needed. Focus fire on targets is very good to have. Have some distract the enemy and take out the destroyers and CVS up. Now, the reason why destroyers and CV need to be taken out ASAP is that if you have a carrier and, say for example, a hybrid CV warship like the Tone at Tier 8, like put it in this example, you will find yourself a bit of a hard in a pickle situation that you really need to fight back extra harder, and your teammates will need to be closer. The convoy ships, they can invade, smoke, or fight back. The convoy does move fast and the defenders need to stay close. There's a path where the convoy ships are going through, so you have to follow through with them. Now honestly, just by looking at all that, from my perspective, that it's just an interesting concept of how this gameplay play mode works. As you get closer to the enemy fleet, as your teammates are distracting the enemy, if you get close enough to the enemy convoy ships, focus fire on them and destroy them as soon as possible. You have 4 ships to take out, and it could be straightforward. But just bear in mind though that don't just YOLO in without your teammate support. Okay, so it's just one of those critical factors. With that being said, with you being able to play as a cruiser, destroyer, or carrier as well, aside from playing a battleship, sometimes being aggressive is actually not too bad either. One of the funny things about in this game mode is that you can just walk in there and pretty much just dominate the playfield and basically have a grand time in doing so. As you can see in this game mode right now, I'm playing on my Prince Eugen, who's actually moving in towards the enemy closer and closer. I am just taking it easy, just having fun, being myself and doing what I have to do. As you can see that the enemy is expecting me, I'm just fighting back as quick as hard as possible. Now I just took out that bloody Vostok pretty solidly right then. Then my teammates are also just hitting with the transports with torpedoes and so forth. It is actually pretty cool, this whole gameplay mode. The funny thing about this gameplay mode is that it's fast and anything can happen, will happen in this gameplay mode. So basically, for you to assault the enemy and break through their defenses, if you got an opening in the defenses, take it and seize the moment. They won't be able to stop you if you start taking out their transports. Taking out their transports as soon as possible in this game mode is a good idea. EP and HE shells are very beneficial for this gameplay, for the going up against players with different warships. Now, with that being said, I mean, this is, like one hell of an opportunity here in the right direction that I think it's great. And as I said, like for a Tier 8 operation gameplay mode like this, it feels like you're playing ranked, it feels like you're playing operations at Tier 8 level. So, honestly, this is a good job all around for wargaming to do what they have to do. Now, this brings me back to another part of the whole scenario. So where to from here? Well, okay, you can play as at one time you can play as assaulting the convoy, but there's a different mode that happens within the game, and it's at random, and which is defending the convoy. And defending the convoy is pretty straightforward. So I'll show you that in a second here. So defending the convoy is pretty straightforward. You've got one simple objective. You have to escort and defend the convoy, work together with the coordination and focus fire, stay close to the convoy or intercept the fleet. Now, depending on how you play this. Now, for me, I prefer to be out there in the field to find the enemy. As a carrier player, it's probably ideal for you to go and find the enemy, spot the enemy's location, relay that to your teammates, and understand what to do from here. So, as you can see, there's a green path that I have for my convoy that I need to be close by and keep focusing on my journey and defend as we go through. Now, as you can see, I'm approaching the enemy, and I realized, oh crap, I just realized that I found the enemy. And as I spot the location of it, my teammates and I will coordinate how to intercept them, or should we actually, reposition ourselves to be in a different location in preparation to go up against the enemy in a different playfield spot. Honestly, it depends on you and how you want to play it, and honestly, it comes down to what you can do that you think is best for you in the long term. Now, honestly, when I was talking about focus firing at one point, now focus firing the target, it means that you and your teammates, more than one or many other people, would focus on the same target together and actually take that warship out quickly. Why I say that's actually more effective? Well, to be honest and to be fair, if you take out that ship quickly, whatever it is, you have a better chance. Your destroyer players should be hang back near your actual fleet, and basically the way I see it is that your destroyers or cruisers who have smoke should be able to use it at any time they see fit in this manner. Now, as a carrier player, just distract them with your torp bombers and dive bomber attacks as well as fire attack planes, but you ain't gonna do so much. So that's basically it. Keep the enemy spotted at all times as best you can. As a battleship or cruiser player, just stay close with the fleet and be supportive with them. When the enemy destroyers get closer and closer, make sure that you're in the right position and be able to counterattack it. Now, as your fleet moves closer and closer to the rendezvous point, as you notice that your transports are going to have some warning signs, and they say oh, help, I'm under attack, I'm under fire. Well, if that happens, then you know that something's wrong. The enemy is pretty much up there close and personal with you, and pretty much you have to do what your best to repel the enemy attack and actually hang in there as much as you can. Honestly, it is a bit of a rough and tight spot, but you gotta do what you gotta do. It's best. Okay. So while that is happening, I mean, like, honestly, the best advice I can give you is that if you are not in a Discord or voice chat of your own choice, just let them know exactly what you're doing ahead of time and they will be fine. Sometimes they ignore you, but they shouldn't be. That's just my perception. But anyways, as you can see, I'm moving over as much as I can, distracting the enemy as much as I can, and it is pretty full on doing so, but it is not too bad at all. But as your ships get closer and closer to the waypoint, eventually the enemy would be unable to push you back, no matter how hard you try. I know that in this case, in this map, in this battle at this time, I know that the enemy CE player was trying to do his best to get a hold of me, and it looks like he's ran out of options. So here he is. He's actually trying his best, but it looks like the convoy ships are pretty much in range of the final destination. But that's it. That is pretty much the gist of convoy mode in a nutshell, folks. So basically, you got two game modes: convoy mode, which is assault and defend, and they both are pretty damn good. But anyways, my friends, what I was gonna say is that if you have any more questions or concerns on how to play this game mode, please feel free to let me know, and definitely would check this out. I would encourage you, though, as a part of bit of a pro tip, that if you want to do this with friends, I would recommend do this in voice chat so that you know where everyone is. I have to admit, when I first saw it, I thought it was pretty cool, and I like it very much. I like convoy mode. It's actually brings a good feel to it, that's for sure. But hey, it happens, and that is the main thing. But oh well. Yeah, so my friends, that is the way it is in that operations run, well, convoy mode run. But that's convoy mode in 2021. So my friends, if you like what you're seeing, feel free to give me a like. Feel free to comment on the video. Feel free to follow me on my social media links down below. And folks, please stay safe and take care. I will see you all on the next video.